Okay, we are now live. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Carl, welcome. Nice to have you on board with us again today.
I'll say good morning, sir. Good to be here.
Excellent. Mac, Paul, Uncle John, four
Good
musketeers.
morning.
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 And guess what? Just as we say good morning, my lovely, beautiful wife wants to say good morning to come, say hello. She runs away so quick. I can sit here the whole day, she will not bother me. But the moment I think of going live, she wants to have a talk. It's so funny. One day I'm going to trick her. I'm going to have the camera on and I'm going to tell her to come sit here on my lap and just talk to me nicely. And, we'll trick her. I'm going to try something. We'll see. Good morning,
you can
Martin. Hmm? Yeah.
you can tell her. I thought it was getting warm in here, but it was her. It was just the sunshine coming into the room.
Yeah.
Tell her that. See what she says.
Right, I'm going to reload the Zibo quick. And sorry, I didn't say good morning to Dimitri on stream. Sorry, I see you there. All right,
Mac,
so go for it, Uncle John.
thank you. Mac, I'm streaming. I've done exactly what you've done. No effect whatsoever. What could I possibly have done that same as Eddie and getting the same problem, Nico?
I don't know. We're going to try exactly that same scenario now here in my sim. And
Yeah,
if it
that's
is a bug,
fine.
obviously it's on video, and then Zibo can have a look, and maybe he knows. He's a little bit more clever than I am. So let's quickly sit upright and pretend to be normal instead of lying halfway on my back here in this fancy game stool. Let's see. Game chair. Yes, yes. I don't know if Mac got his beauty sleep. Did you get your beauty sleep, Mac?
No, I've had about 6 hours last night.
Okay, okay. That's good enough. At your age, that's beauty sleep.
I told my niece when she was like
Oh
17, 18
no.
years old. She's a model. I need to get my beauty sleep. I said, you don't have time to take 25 years. Just go in there and take a quick nap and come back.
Yes, Mac.
Unfortunately, I I need a lot more than 6 hours beauty sleep.
Hello, Captain Giovanni. How are you?
I could sleep 26 hours a day and it still wouldn't be enough.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, Mac. We still love you. Don't worry. Right.
Which means if you want to be beautiful, you need to date Stevie Wonder.
Good day, Captain. You have my company for this trip.
No, 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 no comment, no comment. Let's get some volume going here so I can actually hear what's going on in my own simulator. Okay, Mac, I'm going to just go through the motions, and then when I get to that point, we'll try what you were trying this morning. Can't see any other way of doing that. So what I need to do is,
And you're on 349.3, yeah?
yes.
It's just done it exactly again. I've just done a fresh reload of the Zibo. I've done the update as I always have done. Nothing out of the ordinary, Nico. And I've got exactly the same problem.
Okay, well, we're going to try just now here on my side as well.
Okay. In the meantime, I've just... Now then, I've got to send a message to certain people.
Okay, I have a bit of a problem. I cannot recall making a sim brief plan for this flight. This thing doesn't share sim brief plans between pilots. It doesn't. If you want to create one, it doesn't tell you, oh, here's one already, right? Because I tell you what, I just got Paul's flight plan. It's just given me Paul's flight plan. I'm in Paul's OFP.
Which aircraft have you got?
I wasn't even asked to select. Let me
Oh,
show you. No, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me bring it up on screen.
Hang on. Let me start your stream.
Now, what's the correct English response to that? Bugger all?
Yeah, almost.
Oh, bugger.
Look.
Watching.
Okay, so there's my bits. I'm logged in as Nico. That's me. Okay, right. So now I go to this flight, and look there. It says View Summary Flight Plan. When I click on it, look there. Ticks 003.
Well, goodness me.
Yeah.
And which aeroplane is it? Does it say on there? It will do.
TDS.
Ah, well, that's interesting because I planned this last night and used TDS to plan it. This morning, I was unavailable, so I planned it with TDO. I had to regenerate it because I changed my mind on a couple of things. Got back to TDS again. So I don't know what the story is.
Right,
It's
Nico.
lurking in there.
Right, Nico. Wasn't there somewhere where a setting was changed about purging the sim brief from your bids business about the amount of time?
Yeah.
It could be a chrono issue.
Cron. Bids. Not bids. Some brief.
Did you
Pirates.
submit the pirate poll by any chance?
No, he didn't. He just planned it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've changed the timeouts to 1 hour. So after 1 hour,
That's
the thing
what I
should
mean.
die.
Yeah. That's what I'm on about.
Oh, I don't know.
But
Uncle
it's
Mac.
not purged. But it's not purged it out of the database.
No, I
It's
didn't.
purged it from Paul's account, but not from.
Yeah. And look there. Now I've got Uncle John's. There's Uncle John's. Woo-hoo, Uncle John.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Mako. You're gonna have to watch this stream. You're gonna have to figure this one out. It's generated in your IFP.
What about if you go to the aircraft? The in-use ones now, Nico. Go to fleet. What's it show against that TDS aircraft?
No, on the ground active. Doesn't say in use.
Okay. Oh. Problems.
Well, okay, it's not important for me right now. What is important is for me to start setting up so we can get going. Otherwise, we're gonna sit here the whole day again. And I'm waiting for a carpenter to come and fix my one built-in cupboard. So I don't want to waste too much time and lose too much time. Let's get into Navigraph. While I'm thinking about it.
While you're in that, Nico, you know when you were in that create Navigraph one again, go back to where you were with. No, not
with what?
Where you selected that from your bids. What I'm thinking is, what happens if you try to go back to your bids?
I'm there.
Right now, view where that view was, or is
Well, it's to remove the view. Now it's at create a new sim brief plan because I'm
Ah,
clearly
okay.
on the create a new plan page. So
How did you get rid of that then?
at the very top in that sim brief page, here at the top, there's one that says create a new.
Okay.
Doesn't this use the ACARS interface? If that's the case, wouldn't this be an ACARS issue?
No, we're not at the ACOS position yet. This is all still code of PHP. You see what happened, Cole, is we had a reasonably fully functioning perfect system like just over a week ago. So last Saturday, we spent the whole day implementing the latest upgrade from PHP VMS. But there are a lot of issues with the new code that we were not aware of. You know, when you get an update, you tend to hope and think that it's up to date, it's going to be better, but there were a lot of incompatibilities. We ended up working 8-9 hours again just to get the freaking thing going. And then what happened was, um, the last week, Mako's been working like a madman trying to resolve all the issues, tying everything back in place, um, to get it going again. But this is new. We've never seen this. This happened the first time right now. So I don't know if we need to clear the caches or what we need to do. But it's up to Mako. Mako needs to go find it now.
And it just sucks that it happened right now, and it's causing
Uh,
delays here. But
it's also a good thing. At the end of the day, we need to know these things and fix it.
I was gonna say at least the failure mode happened around a group of folks that are at
Mm,
least gonna get it fixed. So
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, the joys of doing this. I tell you what, I don't think any of us we joked about it and we did discuss it, but none of us have really understood the extent of the massive load of work and intricate detail that has to go into setting up a VA like this. I mean, this doesn't sit in anybody's pants. You've got to be, you know, up to it to really do this. Good
oh
morning,
yeah,
Christoph.
it
Oh,
doesn't
I
do
knew.
itself.
I knew what was involved. I warned you.
I know this is the third try, the third time I'm trying in my life to get the VA going, but I've never gone this far. This is like next level for me, and if it wasn't for Mako and you guys, I promise you, I would have stuck to the original plan. But anyway, enough of that. Let's see what's happening. Meet her at the departure. So we have a 06. Okay.
Right. I've just downloaded Fix 3 again, Nico.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a complete fresh installation of the Zibo.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna test your story just now as well. So.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but I thought I'd let you know I'm going to do a complete fresh install.
Oh, come on. Freaking telesales people phone so early in the morning. It's really getting absurd now. I swear, people seem to be getting desperate. Runway 28 in use.
Ready to rock and roll.
Excellent. Good morning, John Redmond. Ah, well, good luck with that. Yeah, that's the one. Yes, yeah. We're gonna actually replicate it now on stream so that we've got some record to show Zibo. So we're gonna talk about that. It's very strange. The funny thing is Uncle John doesn't have it. I don't have it. I mean, I flew this aircraft multiple times already. I haven't seen that. So there's one thing in my mind that's done differently, and I mean it's a silly little thing, but if it is that, then obviously it's an easy fix. So I just want to get this airport on here as well.
And just out of interest, Dimitri, I'm reinstalling a complete fresh copy of the Zibo at the moment.
Right, we'll come back to that shortly. I just want to get this flight plan into all the appropriate positions, and then we will start sharing screens and things again. Where is my downloads and output FMC plans? Go there. Dimitri says he didn't get it either. That's one for the record books again. Paul, I've got flight level 370 according to Active Sky.
Yes, sir.
So when we enter the value on our VA page for SimRef, do we put 370 or do we put 37,000? What do we put there?
370.
370.
Correct.
Thank you. Thanks, Steele. Got your message. Right, okay. We're going to take runway 6 and runway 28 and the teardrop. NFNN 755 should be fine. Right. We're going to do a cost index of 100 again.
Oh, yes.
In which case, I better change mine.
Yeah, let's burn some Jet A1 there, man. Right, okay. Generating the dispatch.
Question, Nico.
Yes.
When my QNH is wonky between X-Plane and Active Sky, what's the remedy?
You go into Active Sky. I'll put it on screen. I'll show you.
Okay, let me just have a look.
What do you consider wonky? What kind of delta?
What happens, Carl, is for some reason lately, and Zibo pointed that out to me, Active Sky is not updating the QNH and X-Plane for some reason. So before we actually take off and all, we double check it. I haven't checked mine, so I'll show you how to fix it. You go to debug. You see debug there? I think that's debug. Yes. You go to debug on the side. See, Paul?
Yep. Yes.
Then you click on the refresh weather. One of the things that I've noticed is in the old days, I used to start Active Sky before X-Plane, but now I start Active Sky after X-Plane, and that seems to fix it. But for some reason, if you start Active Sky too early, it doesn't update the QNH. And we can't figure out why. Not yet. We don't know yet.
I noticed that a while back. I just always assumed it was holding on to a handle or something and wouldn't let it update,
No,
because of the
no,
order.
no. I was flying during the week, or maybe late last week, and Zibo was watching, and I made the mention of it, and he said I must go to the explain map where I'm at right now, as you can see. And I went to check, and there you can see QNH is 1013, and you see it didn't update for some reason. Paul, mine still hasn't updated.
Nor mine.
On Active Sky it is 1005, but in Explain it's not updated.
Wow.
It doesn't update
Yep.
the QNH. So what happens is the Zibo mod cannot give you the correct minimums and whatever callouts during final approach because it's on a different level. You understand?
Yeah, that's a big difference too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do this debug thing again, and if that doesn't work, I'm actually gonna close my Explain. Oh, you know what? No, you can't do it here. Yeah, we'll have to close it and reopen it.
According to TERPs, if there's a delta that causes pressure to change altitude deviation between 60 feet or more, then a precision approach can't be flown.
Yeah.
It has to be, guidance only. You don't get glide slope.
Yeah. Dimitri, you're not supposed to have the Explain weather active when Active Sky is running. I mean, that's stupid. The two will fight with each other. It doesn't work that way. In actual fact, Explain weather will override the Active Sky weather, to be honest. And that is why you have to have this custom weather file set. This has to come from Active Sky. Now, for some reason, and it doesn't happen always, and here we have another example. It just happens. I'm going to close my Active Sky and I'm going to reopen it because this is bull.
That's exactly what I've just done.
This is crazy, man.
What is it they say in Old Blighty? This is the dog's bollocks.
Yeah.
That phrase usually means something's good, though. Bizarrely.
Bizarrely,
Oh,
you
wow.
can say that again. Didn't realize.
I guess it depends on the dog, huh?
Still has not updated. Anyway. You know what it could also be, Paul? It could be that this airport might not be correctly specified in Active Sky or vice versa, that there's a communication difference between what we expect and what it gets or something, behind the scenes somewhere in the database that it's not actually doing what it's supposed to do because it's thinking it's in a different place or something. So what I am going to do is I'm going to set my QNH to 1005 and there you can see we're actually underground. No man, this is crazy. This is crazy. There's
That's just cheating.
180 feet difference. Sorry, Dimitri, don't know what you posted there. Can't see it, buddy. Apologies. Huh. This is not fun at all.
I've got 1004.
Okay.
I don't know why Streamlabs did that, but the link, I see.
Yeah, he posted. Or you know what it does, Carl? You type in 2 words like,
Yeah, he didn't have a link though. It interpreted as a link.
yeah. The thing is, the moment you put a full stop, that dot, and if there's not a space between the next word, it sees it as a URL, kicks it out.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's stupid, Dimitri. I'm sorry it did that. You're obviously not in trouble. Sorry.
Yeah. So this is a morning of testing and wondering. Huh. Still 1013. I'm pretty sure there's like a discrepancy between this airport and whatever the system thinks it should be. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. So what we'll do is when we are in the air, we'll just stick to 1013, and then when we get closer to the other side, we'll test it again. It might very well be just an area bound problem, so forget about that for now.
I was thinking exactly the same. It's obviously not trivial, but not so important when you're leaving.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, when you're leaving, it's not bad. When you're arriving, it's a problem because you're not going to get your call outs. And the other thing is, you're going to be on a different level. Look what happened to you coming in on guidance last night. You were on a wrong level.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying on a precision approach. That delta it's huge.
Yeah.
You'd impact the ground, about a quarter mile shy of the threshold.
Yeah. I came barely over the trees there last night, but I disconnected quite early, so I was just riding it in. AGGH 53 is out. Thank you, Mako. Yeah, we'll have to update the PHP VMS. Did you see the error? Did you follow in the beginning of the stream? Did you see that I initially got Paul's OFP and then I got Uncle John's OFP? Did you see that?
He saw it. I saw him comment earlier.
Okay, all right, thank you. Right, okay, good. So, next lady for the shave. Where are we? We want to start loading this baby. I need to see where we at, where we can push to. Damn it. Oh, and it's raining. Well, if you look at the weather, it's terrible. So I'm not sure where to push to. I don't know. If we go in the ground, we go in the ground. I don't care. Let's see if I can see on this Navigraph map then. Where are we actually? We should be able to push straight back, almost straight back, and then we can turn left and just taxi through where all those aircraft used to be. I mean, there's the taxi line, so okay. Ah, there's light. Why don't we? Do something like this.
All right, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
I don't want to be funny, but I might have missed some of the stuff there. Look, there's some stuff still remaining there. Yeah, you're right, eh? There you go. Awesome. Thanks, Dimitri. I don't always think of all these things I have, you know. I removed all the static aircraft, but I reckon I forgot some of these things. Look there. Oh, we're just gonna drive over them. Or they might actually be associated with that aircraft standing over there. We might miss them. We'll see when we get there, but anyway, we'll see. Alright, so according to the charts, we should be at 34 feet, which is roughly where we are at. So definitely QNH is broken. Let's not use worse words. Okay, so let's load her up. Thank you, Mako. You're a star, man. You are an absolute star. Right, where's my OFB? My OFB says I need 10.9 ton of fuel and payload is 19.6. Ooh, heavy today. That's very heavy. I'm going to do a bleeds off takeoff. I don't know if I'm going to make this. This might not be a good idea.
Don't forget your 8 cars this morning.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. You are absolutely a star. I did. Can you believe it? I did. Man.
Guys, the Leo's on board.
Right, Uncle John, thank you. It's up and running.
You're not on IVAO either yet, are you?
No. I'm gonna log that quickly. Let's do that while we're doing this. Let's do that quickly. I haven't filed my plan yet. Okay, so if I spawn on top of one of you guys, I'll just disconnect until you leave and then I'll reconnect.
I'm on 2.
Well, I'm on 3, but we've got different scenery, so I'm not sure where's what in this place. You can't set up a step climb in the FMC. What you do is you follow your plan and then you check on your VNAV page, on your cruise page, when you get the clearance from the capability of the aircraft to actually do a step, and then you just set it up manually. Start by changing the altitude there, but not executing, doing your overhead and the pressurization, and once those two things are in cahoots, you just press your altitude intervention button and the aircraft will climb. It's not going to do it automatically. And it's not something you can set up in the FMC. Alright, well, I am connected, gentlemen, so I don't know who's who in what zoo and where you are, but there you go. There is Paul, and there's Uncle John. Oh, yeah, no. Good stuff, good stuff. Right, okay, so at this point in time, I don't know if I'm going to have to do exactly that same procedure, Christoph. We'll see just now.
Krista, move your butt.
Where's Krister? What are you talking about, Uncle John?
Straight on top of me.
Oh, Krister. Okay. You'll see it later. Okay. What do I have to do next? Let's see. IFMC. So. AGGH. And we are going to NFNA.
So where can I put my plane then?
No, my friend, you're gonna have to.
Number one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait until we move, basically. So what you do is you spawn, but you just don't connect to IVAO until we move. That's all. Set up your thing and whatever, and then just press the connect button when we're off the parking. Alex. Yes, we are. And hopefully next week we're going to complete it with the last 3 flights. So I'm looking forward to that.
Seems like just yesterday when you started this. It wasn't that long ago.
It's been 3 months or so already, eh? Something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, time flies nowadays, eh?
I'm telling you, it does not seem like it's been that long, but it sure has.
But I started a cargo ramp.
Yeah, you're going to be right behind me, so you're going to box me in. So the same story goes, you know. We'll have to give each other a chance.
Field?
There are 3 or 4 here already. So, I mean, this is so small, such a small field. 62, 10.9. You're breaking up a little bit. It's like you've got some auto gain on your mic. It cuts off the top ends. Owen.
My fingertips are not long enough.
I beg your pardon. Your thing is not long enough. What? You're breaking up. Sorry. What?
Yeah. His fingertips might be an issue.
That's what she said.
10. I don't think that he's gonna take. No, it did, yes. Okay. And we're definitely gonna climb a bit. Right, come on.
Trim up.
By the way, I am compelled to report on a separate note, as far as X-Plane is concerned, that I did download that new CH-47D. I used to fly the CH-47 in the Army, and let me tell you, that's a nice little module. It's very accurate.
Okay. 37. Right, so. 59. Right, so, Mac, you watching?
Yeah, I'm watching.
I'm thinking the difference comes in is when you don't put the auto throttle on and you fiddle with those. That's why it breaks. You see, because this is the correct sequence for auto throttle on VNAV. Otherwise, basically, there was a note. Now that I think about it, there was a note. Zibo was working on the toga when auto throttle is not selected. Go look in the dev room and look at these notes. You'll see there was something, and then we have to speak to him about that, because if you do not arm auto throttle and you hit those things, it's going to toga. That's what's happened.
Well, that's what we were doing last night. We were doing toga, 80 and FDs on before we were selecting VNAV and LNAV. That's what I did.
Because this morning when you showed me, that's what I picked up. That wasn't selected.
No, I'd already done it with 80 on first.
Okay.
And I'm just doing the fresh install. I'm just checking all my hardware settings on the throttles, etc. Just to make certain that it's all correct.
Okay. Right, boys, I'm starting my APU.
I'm about to depart.
Oh my goodness. Ocean, water. Alright, ground. Doors can be closed. And lighting can be set for takeoff and landing. Medium. GPU disconnect and
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Right. The one thing I did not do was actually create a little nav map plan for this flight. Let's do that. So the guys who haven't seen it happen yet, you can have a quick look. Right, so flight plan, a new flight plan from description. Just gonna quickly copy it this side. From the OFB, and then we need to take out those ones.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
There you go. And save. And close. Why is the aircraft there? You see, look, Paul. I think we've just found that bug. We said that this thing isn't in the correct place. Look. Look where the aircraft is on the map. And look where it's supposed to be. You see? It's identifying us at a completely different place.
Oh my hat.
Yeah. So as we fly, you're probably going to see, snap, it just jumps back into position.
Right.
That's crazy. So there's an explain anomaly. Now we know. before start procedure.
Before start procedure. Before start procedure completed.
Look at her go in that procedure.
Yeah, she's a hard worker when she wants to. I still need to do my automatic unicom, then I'm gonna push. Not yet, Dimitri. We've discussed it many times now between me and Yuri and Mac. Zibo himself hasn't been in our conversation, but it's a difficult thing to speak openly about. I'll have to speak to you behind the scenes, and it's not a Zibo issue so much. It's more a Sam issue. I don't want to talk too much on stream, but we can talk later.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Start number 2 engine. Didn't she do it? Start number 2 engine. There we go.
Starting number 2 engine. $25 and 2.
That's Toga.
Okay.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your
Starter
parking brake.
cutout.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine. 25 and 2.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
He probably did.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete at.
Let's go on to these ones first. Okay, you need to come off, you stay on.
Flaps 5 set.
That's right. Okay. Right, Owen, don't know where you are, but you're welcome to connect now. I'm out of here.
Nico,
Yes,
look in your back.
I'll check now. Before takeoff procedure.
I'm on your left now.
I see, I see, I see. There you are. Awesome. Hello, Amar. Excellent, Mako. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete at.
Approaching 06. On runway 24, 1,300 feet remaining.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Okay, starter.
On runway 06.
Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to close this isolation valve. We're going to close the engine bleeds, and we're going to use APU now for the packs. I have to wait, see we get our pressure ready. Right, so all the juice is now going to the engines. Let's spool her up.
Stabilized.
It really does not like the throttle's in that position. Sorry, that's just my hardware interfering.
Takeoff thrust set.
Moment I freaking click toga, it doesn't want to work,
80
so we'll
knots.
just punch it and then
Throttle
correct in
hold.
the air.
V1. Rotate. Approaching transition. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. Runway turn off, lights off.
Yes, it is in my private hangar as always.
Flaps 1 set. Transition level.
Auto throttle is broken, guys. Definitely broken.
Flaps up.
Very definitely
set.
broken.
Ah, what you got there, Nico?
Yep. She's broken.
Taxi lights on.
1,000 feet stabilized.
You're now getting exactly the same as I am.
Martin, that was a very short runway, and I'm
Runway
using
turn
bleeds
off,
off
lights off.
takeoff, so we have to do what we have to do. And now look at this.
1,000 to
VNAV is
level
just
off.
not working. We are going down.
1,000 to go.
You haven't got autopilot on.
I know, but this thing is just not behaving correctly
Runway turn
anyway.
off, lights off. Taxi lights off.
I'm glad you. I'm glad.
Directors are off.
Yeah, I switched them off, correct.
All
There
right,
we
okay.
are. I actually started the procedure of resetting everything, Paul.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
1,000
need to
to
be
level
sorry.
off.
It's a question of something is horribly wrong here.
I'm glad that. Well,
I know what you mean.
We know
I know
what
what
you
you
mean.
I'm not
Leslie,
glad something.
yeah, Leslie, yeah, we are doing some testing here that you might not be aware of. So we are not doing necessarily, all the right things at the right time, because we're trying to prove that there's something wrong with the autopilot, which I think we kind of did. Mac, I'll do, once I'm done, I'll do 1 or 2 more tests before I cry wolf, to
Yeah.
Zibo. Let's just make sure that we've got our facts straight, that we can recreate everything, and then we'll talk to the boss.
Well, this is why we wanted to talk to you first thing this morning,
Yeah.
as you say. we're not saying, we surmise there's something wrong, but we're not certain yet. And
I
it's
gotcha.
getting more people to have a similar problems before we say, yes, it's not operator error.
Okay, but there's definitely something wrong with auto throttle. That's no two ways about that. There's definitely. It's strange that I haven't picked up on it in all the test flights, but we did now. Weird.
It may also have been to do with your departure, the VNAV. Remember that you've got to have certain parameters set for that VNAV to come into effect.
Yeah,
so,
but everything was set up as usual, Mac. Everything was set up as usual. There was no difference between my takeoff now and yesterday. The only thing I was concentrating on was this whole issue with the auto throttle.
Yeah.
So.
But my thing is, if you haven't got the autopilot engaged, it should arm.
I know. It should.
VNAV and LNAV, but it shouldn't engage it. So.
Okay, but it didn't. It didn't. What happened was, when I did the takeoff run, everything was set as usual. It did not listen to auto throttle. It didn't actually listen to it at all. It just went way past my speed. There was no stopping it at 250.
That's what I'm on about. Yeah.
So, and this is why we left autopilot a while, because we were concentrating on auto throttle, and there's something here that's fishy. I'll tell Zibo later. But let's do 1 or 2 more takeoffs, and then when we got a lot of information, it'll make it easier on him to find the problem anyway. And look at this. Look at this. It's not on the magenta line. Look, at all. Oh, because I'm not an LNAV. I'm an idiot. Sorry, that's me. Sorry, Zibo, not you. I'm an idiot. Oops.
Well, it's just obviously this every occasion, every flight, you just have to prove that you're human.
Unfortunately, am it.
What version are you looking at, Nico?
This is 3.49.3.
It's alright. When we Paul and I spent about an hour with somebody last night trying to resolve a problem. We identified what we believe is a problem, and we wanted Nico to sort of like see if he could replicate it. And he now... John, are you still here?
Yes, sir, no problems. Everything's working as it should.
But didn't you have a problem when you were descending last night about it at the 10,000, the 250?
I had an issue where it was very late on the descent, so I ended up having to do a 360 to burn off the altitude.
Yeah, but I thought there was somebody else complained about it not picking up on the below 10,000 out as well.
No.
I had the speed issue. It didn't slow down for 10,000 at all.
Right.
Same with me.
Right. Can you both of you quickly look at your descent page to make certain you've got the 10,000 restriction in there on the descent page?
Yeah.
You can look at my stream, Mac.
Yeah, it's 240. Yeah. So it's set. So if it doesn't comply, Nico, on your descent, it's not an FMC setup problem.
It's VNAV code.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
it's doing exactly what's in the FMC.
No, if you're descending and you've got that restriction on the descent, when it gets to 10,000, it should automatically reduce down to below 240.
Yeah.
And you should get those two little green circles, which are undefined at the moment for that reduction speed. Look out for those, Nico, as well. Because that was new, wasn't it?
Yeah, then I haven't told Zibo about this one either. I'll show you this quickly. Where's my display capture? Look at that. You see those deceleration points over there. There's obviously a discontinuity in the route, so I was using heading select to just vector myself. But I mean, it's strange to watch these things just in the middle of the air, so we need to also still tell him about that.
Yeah. It's all good fun, isn't it, this testing? Huh?
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh, and Mako's been messaging me.
Yeah, he says he thinks he found the problem. Hey, Papino!
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Welcome.
Oh, Mako thinks he's found the answer.
Yes, he says so. This is a puzzling situation, this one. I wonder when it's going to snap back into position. Kind of irritating to watch it. We'll check it later. Okay, so there are a couple of things to think about. Paul?
Hello.
How was your takeoff? Normal speed, all working?
Yes, but I'm still on version 2.
Okay, you're on a different version than us. Okay.
Well, after last night's little investigation, I requested Paul stay on 2 so that we could do a comparison at any time, Nico.
Yeah, gotcha. Makes sense.
I do have the 10,000 foot thing though, in descent.
Okay.
If that's a clue at all.
No, I've also got it, but yesterday I didn't listen to mine. It just... But, you see, one of the things that's now in the back of my mind is we know that X-Plane has a problem in this area at this airport and this island. So, I'm kind of wondering, you know, what the hell's wrong with the X-Plane code now? Because it might be an external influence causing this. That's why I also want us to go and test this once or twice at the, you know, Porto, a known airport where we know what to expect.
Absolutely.
You know? Because, I mean, it clearly went bonkers today.
Right. Did you have any ortho loaded? Did you have any airports loaded?
Yes.
Right. Freeware airport, was it?
Yes. Link is in the description below the video.
Right. What's the airport name?
I don't know. AGGH.
Right. What I was going to do is I'll relocate there, and I've got default scenery for that area, and see if I get the problem.
Try it. See. Hello, Mako. Welcome on the Discord. So Nabil fixed something as well. Awesome. Okay. Tell him we say thank you.
Oh dear, Nico, sounds like we got background PHP updates to do as well.
Yeah. Well, you and Maker and the guys can do that with pleasure.
I hate to think. Are you going to test this Mako in the test one first before we go to the main site and play with that? Okay. Yes, he is, Nico. Reading that statement on Streeton from Mako, it's a dangerous time from the looks of it, Nico. Mako might be bored. Anything could happen.
Nico, did Mac or Paul talk to you about the problem I had with the mode control panel at all?
Eddie, yes, we've been through it. We're trying to replicate it. Nico semi gets the problem. I definitely got the problem and have already showed Nico about it. But we still need to do further investigation post-stream.
Oh, okay, mate. It's just I was going to say to you, I came in this morning, set it all up, and guess what? I ain't got the problem this morning.
Oh, no.
Well, I didn't have the problem yesterday, and this morning I didn't have the exact same problem, but there was definitely an auto throttle VNAV speed code issue. Definitely. I mean, I had my hands full during the takeoff. Some of the viewers actually thought I didn't know how to fly the Boeing because we were pushing it, you know, seeing if we can get this thing to actually listen to us, and it didn't. It kept on disconnecting auto throttle every time I pressed my toga button. And then I initially thought it was my levers, moved the levers, still didn't want to work. I had to wait until I was in the air to toga. Once I pressed that button, that thing didn't stop. It just went way past that speed bug, and there was just no speed control at all.
It's one of those things that happen, isn't it? Yeah, I had the problem last weekend with version 2. I spent most of the day Sunday trying to figure out what was going on with it. Eventually I got peed off, closed it down, went back on Monday, and it had cleared. Loaded up with version 3 on, when did that come out? Thursday. Loaded up Thursday night. Went to do a flight yesterday on the VA, and I had the problem back again. So got on with Mac and Paul last night. We went through it, and cleared it all down and everything, rebooted and everything, still got the problem. So when I closed it down last night, came back this morning, I thought, right, I'll set it all up so I can go through it in case you want to see it. And yeah, it's fine.
Okay, question. Do you actually use the developer menu and reload the aircraft before you start setting up, or are you just taking a hell of a chance and just getting in and get going?
I just get in and get going.
Okay. 9 out of 10 errors in the Zibos because you don't preload the aircraft. And then it's your fault, because we've been telling you since Explain 1126, reload the aircraft. Once you've spawned, reload the aircraft. Initially we said use the 172, let's explain, settle, then reload it. Now obviously a lot of guys have upgraded and they've got mega PCs versus some of us older guys, we haven't updated. For any Zibo flight to be successful, the Zibo mod needs to load. Remember, the Zibo mod is not an aircraft, it's a bolt-on. It goes on top of the default aircraft, okay? And then all the integrations happen and all these things. It's just a plug-in, okay? So at the end of the day, if you just get in and get going and you get funnies, the only way to make sure it's not Zibo code and to make sure that you get a fully functioning Zibo is you have to select reload the current aircraft. You can use aircraft and art or skip the art reload. That's just delivery. We don't really pretty much care. I've tested this over and over. It works as well. So you just click reload the current aircraft and skip art reload. It's going to take 30 seconds to reload the aircraft, and then you are 99.9999% sure that the aircraft will work. Now in my case, I did that and I still got an error. Now I can go to Zibo and say, listen Zibo, having crossed the T's, dotted the I's, this is the problem. Can you look at the code? And he's 100% going to say to me, yes, I will. Get back to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, you got to have that common troubleshooting path cleared first. That makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. Hello, Pilot Sasso.
Good morning, everyone.
How are you?
Morning, Sasso.
All good, you?
All good, all good. So nice to hear you again. You've been so absent from the server for a whole week or more.
I know, man. I have, well, I wouldn't say wonderful news, because now the real thing is flying again. I have almost 70 hours next month, so I'm gonna be busy.
Okay, all right, all right. As long as you're okay, Sasso. As long as we know you're
No,
okay.
no, absolutely. It's just the real one is going like we received the roster and it's crazy. I mean, full of flights. It's wonderful.
Okay. That's good news.
You're just going to have forgotten everything you learned before the first Max arrives, Sasso?
I hope to remember. No, we are still waiting for a delivery day for the Max. We really don't know when they will arrive, to be honest. But yeah, I remember something about the Max, to be honest.
It's all right. I'm just reading up on the latest arrival information. Yes, they were expecting them by the end of this week. Now it's been put back. It could be a month yet.
Yeah. We'll see. Whatever. I don't mind to fly the 737.
Well, I do. I think you should be here with us.
I know. I'm sorry. I try to split myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Where's that piece of cardboard with a list of questions for Sasso, Paul? I think it's that one that's about 3 foot long, wasn't it? Wasn't it that special delivery that came on that cardboard box?
I've got so many pieces of cardboard with things.
Nico.
Yeah.
Is it normal that I'm looking at your stream on YouTube and I have the seam like it's not full screen? Is it something just with me or?
Oh, hang on. I locked it into position. Hold a second. Yeah, what happened was I brought it down. I didn't realize when I put it back that it didn't go full screen. Let me just quickly see if I can fix this. Explain. Where's this transform?
Mr. K said, see ya.
There you go. Okay, Mr. Yes, go enjoy yourself. Alright, yeah, there I did. I have to minimize it and bring it to the center so I can show the drop down menu. Otherwise it's hidden behind that top bar at the top.
Yeah.
So and I didn't realize. Thanks for telling me, because I'm obviously not looking at that screen all the time. Yeah, we had some fun. There's a hidden bug somewhere in this VNav auto throttle code. So I had a bit of a fun taking off and getting going.
Okay. Like what? Toga not working or?
Yeah, when I pressed Toga, it actually disconnected my auto throttle. Then I put the throttle levers full forward. We went to 104% N1, took off, pressed Toga, it disconnected again. I lifted the actual little lever thing here. My English is leaving me again. This little thing here, the auto throttle switch.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the aircraft simply ignored the VNav speeds and everything. It just didn't care. It just went straight almost to, I think, 320 knots on takeoff. It just ignored everything. So I started resetting the whole MCP, dropping the flight directors and everything. And by that time we were in a nosedive. You know, because I didn't engage Command A immediately because we were so focused on the speeds, and the speeds just didn't work. Eventually, after, you know, disabling and re-enabling and going through the motions, there you can see it's working. VNav's okay. We had to cycle it a few times. And then I forgot I was on heading select, and I was looking at this magenta line drifting away from me, and I go, what the heck? And then I said, human again, sorry, my fault. Then I pressed LNAV, got it going, and then here we are, you know.
Yeah, I would just rewind the video, the stream. I'm looking at your departure now.
Yeah, a lot of things went wrong there. I said to Mac, when we're done later today, we must do 2 or 3 takeoffs on a known airfield where we've done tests already, like Porto, and then go and put the aircraft to all the possible things. Because one of the things, Sasso, we did pick up is there is definitely an X-plane anomaly at this airport and in this area. There's definitely an X-plane issue. You know, some something.
Nico, did you do a no engine bleed takeoff?
Yeah, bleeds were off, yeah.
Okay. And you departed with VNAV armed?
Yes, and LNAV armed, everything as normal, perfectly normal.
Okay. Have you ever done a no engine bleed takeoff with VNAV armed?
As far as I know, I have, yes. Unless Zibo changed the code, it should be exactly the same as I've done dozens of times. If let's say he made the code more real again, then obviously I don't know about it. Then you have to educate me. You understand? But look, if you look at my screen now, if you press F5 and you look at my current screen, you'll see that in X-plane, the way it's configured in this map, you can see that we are not even close to where the line is, and we also couldn't get the QNH.
No, Nico. Nico, wait. Because I'm looking at your departure. There is something wrong with the code between a no engine bleed and Toga. First of all, when you press Toga, Toga didn't engage. So
yeah, it kicked out. It kicked the throttle off.
Yeah.
We'll check that. But anyway, I mean, we couldn't even get the QNH to actually work this morning. Even the QNH wasn't coming through. So there is a huge X-plane problem in this area. And that's why I said we have to go do tests in an area where we know X-plane actually works to just get that, you know, thing out of the way as well. But we don't have that anomaly to deal with as well. That unknown.
Nico, I've just had a problem with ASXP. Can you just go to ASXP and make certain on the weather control you definitely got live weather is active? Mine had kicked itself out.
Nope, mine is live weather mode is active.
Okay, that's fine. I just thought I'd double check that because that would affect your QNH.
Of course. Yeah, there's like a gazillion things we have to take into account when we do troubleshooting. It's just not a question of easy. It's just not.
I would be really interested in looking at your takeoff page too. Because when you do a no engine bleed takeoff, well, first of all, in my company, we never use VNAV departure. We always do takeoff in Toga mode, and then from Toga, automatically the system switching to level change until, well, we complete the backup, and then when we have the flaps up with no lights, then it's time to engage VNAV or vertical speed. It depends what the situation is. We never do VNAV departure because VNAV talks directly with the FMC. You know better than me by now with the famous tutorial. So sometimes for some company, the VNAV, making a takeoff with the VNAV, if you have a problem with the FMC during departure, this will create problem with your acceleration speed, which sometimes is not ideal, especially if you're doing a no engine bleed takeoff. That's the problem. Because VNAV is perfect, is wonderful until he breaks down. When he breaks down, then it's a mess. And if you think about this during a departure, during the takeoff run, you don't want these kind of funny games going on. That's why in reality we always go step by step. We start with Toga, level change, then VNAV. The famous level of automation. Basic, medium, high.
Okay, well, we'll go do that when we do the tests.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can start to understand if the problem is in the coding between a no engine bleed and VNAV, a no engine bleed and Toga, or a no engine bleed and complete Zibo going crazy, something similar.
Okay, we'll break it down in steps. Thank you for that tip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then we can actually go back to Zibo and explain nicely.
I can't believe I'm flying 70 hours next month. 70 hours. I have 5 days in a row with alarm set at 3:15 in the morning. It's gonna be very interesting.
I can see a new PC in the offing, or are you moving up to a mansion?
No, I don't know. I still have to think. I mean,
The
I was
Italian
waiting.
government will be rubbing their hands. They'll be saying, "Look at all this tax coming in."
I know. I was looking at the roster yesterday and I was like, is it true? Am I dreaming? And then I realized there were all flights on early. And I was like, oh no, this means alarm very, very early.
Is this all, do you think, holiday flights, or is it is the passenger numbers? So it's, where is it, sort of Spain, Portugal, or where?
Exactly. I have Spain, I have Portugal, I have Greece, lots of Greece flights. I have something going to the east, and then mainly from the North Italy to the South Italy. You know, the good point for me is that being based in the North Italy, Italy is a long country, so you need the aircraft to move from the north to the south. And in this way, even domestic flights we kept going during the hard lockdown as well. And nowadays, with the summertime coming in, lots of people are moving from the north to the south. Even just inside Italy, I mean.
Makes sense.
For instance, imagine that from the north, for example, from Bergamo, we have 3 daily flights to Catania, which is in Sicily, down in the south, only for this. Then we have Palermo, then we have Bari, Brindisi. We have lots of flights down there. Only Catania is 3 daily flights.
I think the Spanish government have made a political decision that regardless of whatever, they're going to open up Spain because they need the income. It's the holiday season. They can't afford not to have the tourists.
I think it's irresponsible.
Well, at the moment, I'm inclined to agree with you, John. It's politics, isn't it?
Sadly, yes.
But there again, everybody has their own choice. They you know, they can see the situation. It's, if they want to go on holiday there, that's the risk they take. But unfortunately, it's when they come home, the risk they pose to other people.
Exactly.
Nico, update.
What?
I put a complete new Zibo in, as you know. I started my X-plane as I always do. I had the same problem. Now this is the first time ever I've had to do a reload, and I did a reload of the aircraft and the art, and the problem isn't there. So it could be that these latest updates, perhaps the coding isn't quite so optimized and it's just not loading sufficiently. So it could be a loading problem.
It could be a loading problem, but it could also be, like I said, Zibo, I saw in some of his notes, he did say that there was a mention of toga when auto throttle is not armed. And it could be in that new piece of code that there's a bleed out or something, some cross pollination happening.
I mean, I've noticed that in fix 2 and 3, I've got an FPS drop compared with what 349 basic. So it could be that there's not some optimization of code needs to happen. But that's the first time ever that I've had to do a reload of the Zibo to get it all the add-ons working correctly.
Okay, so just refresh me now with all this talking, and I just want to make sure that I understand you. You say with a new fresh install it's working now.
A fresh install, first time I tried it, I had the same fault as I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
I then did a reload of the aircraft and art.
Okay.
And then programmed it again for a flight, and it's working correctly.
And now it's working. Okay, yeah. That reloading thing, it's one of these pain in the ass things that you unfortunately have to consider. You can't get away from that.
Yeah, but this is the first time ever that I've had this problem with initial loading balking somewhere. But I just thought I'd report. So we're cool. Bottoming out the problem a bit. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I want to get rid of this faulty area in X-Plane. I want to go to a known good area and then do the tests. But you know what my biggest problem is right now? I'm thirsty.
The rash?
No. No, I'm thirsty. I need coffee. I need coffee and some biscuits and rusks or something. I need to go and eat something. So, guys, please excuse me for a few minutes. I need to go check if I can get some kettle boiling and get something to nibble on. I'll be back as soon as I can.
This is the time when the rapid pressurization kicks in.
I heard that. So
Hey,
I trust you'll take care of it.
Something to drink.
I nearly got hung the other day for mentioning something like that happening, Sasso. He was flying he was flying single IRS to prove the new IRS business, and I suggested to him that he should do it again, and perhaps we could initiate a complete IRS failure while he was away.
Back in the old days.
And he'd come back and find he'd got to manually fly it and navigate it.
We should start to fly the Zibo looking at the stars. That would be amazing.
Have you ever used scope, Sasso?
Nope, never.
Good morning, Salvatore. I'm back.
Good morning.
I don't think there's a 737 model that's ever had one, has they, fitted?
Sorry, Max, again?
I don't think there's a 737 model that ever had a scope port fitted, did it?
I have no idea, to be honest.
I know the 747, the early ones did.
Didn't there used to be those roof windows at one stage?
Yeah, initially. I mean, like in the early ones, like the twin jet.
Yeah, but the scope is a port that is like a little access port where you mount it in on the 747 in the ceiling so that you can scope the scars. But then
Oh, when you
again,
do celestial navigation?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's all in the long haul aircraft. I don't think a 7.3 ever had it.
No, that's what I thought. I didn't think it would. Because basically they didn't have E-tops in those days or anything, so it was all VOR to VOR anyway, wouldn't it, Carl?
Well, I mean, you say that, but people weren't going direct VORs back then. You know, you had the triangulation of your position, and you would fly, you know, at you know, intersections or navigate. You know, radial and DME. You wouldn't just go direct because that.
No,
first of
I
all,
appreciate
that's
that,
highly
yeah.
inefficient. But and I'm not saying that necessarily for you, but for other people that hear this and they think, oh, everyone just went direct. But no, everyone did not go direct. That's not how that worked
Yeah.
at all. Also,
Oh, yeah.
remember, a lot of times people, in many cases, had Loran for many, many years, especially after World War II. They'd use Loran C until, well, right up really until WAS was ready. They turned it off.
Yeah, I remember. And Doppler.
Yep.
What was the other one? Loran. I think the other one we used to use. Omega. Decker. They ring any bells, Carl?
Yeah, oddly enough.
I don't feel a bit tired today.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some breakfast now.
All right, Dan.
Be right back.
I'm back.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you letting me hang out. I have to go. I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. And you guys stay safe and be well. And we'll see you very soon.
Take care, Carl. Nice to see you.
Thanks for
Bye.
visiting. Bye bye.
Likewise. Cheers, guys. Be safe.
Well, I've got 691 nautical miles for top of descent. Feels a little bit better than last night's flight, man. Paul? Oh, he's muted, okay. Huh. I'm sitting here looking at this map, and it's so strange to see that it stops, and then you have to scroll to the left to continue again. It's like the Earth ends right there. No more Earth, so we got to land there. To see the rest of the map, you've got to go all the way here. We're gonna pick it up here again. It's funny.
The earth is so beautiful.
Nico, can you remember which departure you did out of your departure airport?
Yes, it is obviously in my records. Give me 1 second. Navigraph. Lego 1 Alpha. LEGO 1 Alpha. It is, the chart is 10-3C.
Thank you very much. Right, I've just loaded the Navigraph charts for the departure airport, and when the tracker shows me in the right position,
It does.
I'm now going to go back to map view.
Little nav map does not see me in the right position, and explain. Doesn't see me in the right position, definitely. Even though the map says you're there, even though everything is there, I mean, there's a hell of a discrepancy between active sky and explain as to where you are actually located. That's very sure. And the only visual reference we have to it is the fact that little nav map also cannot put you on that airport. It just doesn't work.
Right, this I'm gonna stream so you can see in the background.
Okay, let me just finish this story to Zibo. I'm busy writing a bit of a report for him as we speak.
No, that's fine.
Alright, okay.
If you go and look at my stream in Discord, this is map view, and that's using default scenery, so I suggest that it's the airport scenery you've got that's throwing it out.
Could very well be, huh? I need to go and check it then in wait.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Mac. I mean, my aircraft is still stuck there off the map, and we're supposed to be somewhere there already. It's too strange. Let's do it this
Can't
way.
you do an update? Click the little arrow thing on the top.
I did. It's still not working. So what I'm doing is I'm switching to Navigraph maps if it will download. There it comes. Alright, I'll just stick to this map for now.
Go back to map view now. Now it's got its position again.
The Navigraph puts me in the right place, but if we go to this one, and this is the second time I've tried it. See, you can't even link on it, it doesn't want to. There's an issue. So we'll just stick to the Navigraph.
Go to the default maps view then, Nico, the one at the top. Open topo.
I did. It's busy loading. See, the thing is that if there wasn't a problem, Navigraph wouldn't have picked up on it. There's very definitely, you see, now this puts it in the right position. This is on the line if the line was there. But there's definitely a discrepancy between where the add-ons, let's call it Little Nav Map and Active Sky, think you are compared to where you actually are. And that has got to be somewhere in some other explained file where it picks it incorrectly or something. I don't know, because
And I would think it goes back to the airport scenery itself.
Yeah, it could very well be. Let's just leave it at this map.
Yeah. That's all right. I mean, you can look where you want to, but I was just doing a little bit of fault
I appreciate
chasing
it. No, I appreciate it because I mean the obvious thing for me now is to take out the add-on scenery and go back there, and then obviously if it works for me as well, then it's a question of getting wet and fixing that airport. You know, just see what's wrong. What I don't understand, and I've seen it even with Mr. X's scenery, these guys probably don't use wet when they design their sceneries. They use something else, and I'll have to ask Andrew or one of the guys to let me in on the secret what the hell they're using, because some of these scenery are so broken you cannot even compile it in wet. So there's no ways these guys would be using wet to actually make these things. You know, it's a total mystery how they actually get to get the scenery in X-Plane. You know, and
if you want to show my Discord view on screen for a minute, Nico, because we're in cruise place and there's not a lot going on, I wound my back to daytime, but I'm at your takeoff airport. I wanted to show you the default scenery.
Show? I'm watching. We're streaming it. No, it's not bad. It's really not bad. I'm sure we can live with that.
Look at that terrain.
Oh, nice.
I mean, that... Do you need add-on scenery for that?
I like the way the add-on scenery looked, man. That's all. It's just, I like
Yeah,
it.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it.
No, I know what you're saying.
The default scenery is...
Not bad.
It's pretty fair, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. Fill the stream along.
Thank you, Mac. Thanks, Mako. By the way, I love this. I mean, look there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. There's 2. Mako and Owen. That's me. And we've got Paul and Uncle John. So cool. There you can see the IVAO map.
Question for you,
Daniel, that doesn't make sense. I don't have issues with ILS at all. And I don't see why it will remain LNAV or RNAV.
Go to your maps view and make certain you haven't got downwind
ILS.
turn.
Yeah, even better, go here to general and make sure that disabled downwind ILSs are not set. That is the biggest killer of ILSs in the Zibo. And I don't know where people come from, who tells them to delete it when, I mean, you shouldn't. So just double check that that's not the issue. It's the only thing that can not work or make an ILS not work. Yeah.
Not the case of it showing on the PFD and only shows ILS once you've hit approach and it's captured.
Don't think so. Shouldn't. It should show ILS long before.
Shouldn't. Okay.
Should. Yeah, but Zibo is special, man. Remember, Zibo is also built around the default X-plane aircraft. So it's not as if he made it from scratch. So you need to take that into account. Which obviously means that if you change something crucial in X-plane, it's going to have an effect directly on the X-plane based code. When I tell you a different story, Daniel, one of the Airbus models, I've got a honeycomb yoke, and unless you switch the master, the alternator and the battery, the avionics bus 1 and bus 2 on, the autopilot doesn't work. It's not mapped, it's got nothing to do with the Airbus, absolutely nothing. But somewhere in the X-plane wiring system, if you don't have those 4 switches on, you can't engage the autopilot, it just doesn't work. And that took a while to figure out. So there are things and things, and as we learn, we share it with you guys, and we can only hope you guys, follow.
Jen's family's calling. I have to go. I will see you, not know, this afternoon or tomorrow maybe.
Okay, so thanks for dropping by.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I feel so alive now.
Okay, Daniel, stay well. Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
I went to make coffee. I had my rusks and my cookies and enjoyed it. I felt really satisfied. I made good breakfast. And then Renee comes here with a nice roll with cold meat and even a cream-filled donut. How's that? I'm
Keep telling you, you're ruined.
doubly blessed. Doubly blessed.
37 minutes, top of descent.
Ah. Awesome. Let's see, where am I? No, I've got a way to go. Just under an hour, I beg your pardon. I'm glad you guys are flying in front and you can scout the place for me and tell me what to do this time.
Will do.
Terrible flying at night over open water, eh? So, currently, this time zone is like 9 hours difference. So it's about 7 hours ahead of UTC for me. Which means that tonight, who knows, we might actually get the sunrise. But it's not a long flight tonight. Tonight's a rather shortish flight compared to all the others. I think it's the last short flight.
Yes, it is. It's a mere 658
nauticals, yeah.
And then
do you call this a short flight?
No, the night's one. All these others are now 1,000 plus 2,000 plus miles. I'm gonna have to go buy some biltong and have proper snacks, peanuts and raisins again for those long ones. Sure, Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
I see there's been quite a stir on that Facebook page where you commented, not because of your comment, but because of the original poster's comment. The guys don't like to hear that story, eh? They're in the Zibo community group. Do you
You don't
recall
like
that?
to hear what story?
The story that the Zibo is nothing but problems. You remember that post where you commented?
Yeah, and I got a lot of backup on it as well when I posted.
Yeah. No, I saw your comment and the guys liking that, but what I'm saying is the community does not like that original poster's comment that the Zibo is nothing but problems. So, man, I'm reading through this here now. They're really upset.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because it's the old story. Just because they can't get it going, they blame Zibo instead of looking round, realising they're the only one or only one or two, and looking at themselves first.
Sure.
Sorry.
Goes to show the support for Zibo.
Oh yeah.
Just to put you in the picture, Nico, you know, after I did that reload the aircraft and I said the problem seemed to have gone away. Well, and I swapped to that other airport and I've swapped back again. I don't seem to have the problem again.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'm dying to go and do this takeoff again with the default software, default airport, and then I want to do one without bleeds off takeoff and one with bleeds off takeoff, because I'm now wondering, that's the only thing I changed in all of my test flights with the versions that we're doing now. I mean, Sasso mentioned that, and I thought about it. I want to go and try it with and without, see if that actually has an influence. Because then it's easy to show to Zibo and say, "Well, look, here's a problem, huh?"
But maybe it might be wise to reload your aircraft and art as well.
No, I don't test without doing that, Mac.
Okay.
Because otherwise you get too many anomalies.
But did you do that this morning?
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right.
Now,
That's
just to elaborate a little bit more, I did see other posts on other platforms where guys are talking about this random failure of auto throttle and toga. Okay, so it is a random thing, and it might be that you're just freaking lucky, like I was lucky doing all the test flights up until now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that we seem to have found an answer, or it's worked for me, put it this way.
Yes.
And it might be worthwhile pointing to others to do the same and retrying it.
Mac, when I start telling these lazy buggers to use that reload or use the 172, they just snicker and laugh and walk away. You know, some of them listen, some of them don't. I'm also tired of being an old record, you know, broken record, always telling them what to do and they don't want to listen. It's getting tiring.
Oh, change it.
Yeah.
Say McTrying suggests you try to.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I think that will help. Yeah. You said so. Yes, Owen.
Yeah, I didn't dare to talk, but because I'm a rookie, of course, but I have no problem at all with the thing.
I haven't had a single problem up until this morning, and the only thing I changed was I did a bleeds off takeoff, and Sasso mentioned the real world procedure, okay, which is different to the one that we are used to. Now we all know that Zibo continuously makes this mod more real, you know, more in line with the real one, and I might have just, you know, found something that is already upgraded and I didn't know about it. You see, so now I need to go back and redo what Sasso said I should do, and if it works, then it's true. I mean, you know, Zibo just didn't tell me, and I didn't know. That's why it looked wonky.
Oh, pity that I missed that.
Oh, well, it's not the end of the world. You can always watch the beginning of the video again.
Oh yeah, of course.
No, this is...
Perhaps there's another thing you can... these two new elements that are in the EFB, if you go to display and variants and systems.
I'm so freaking lazy, I didn't even want to go there, but hold on. Display and variants and then systems here.
Have you pointed out to people in version 3 the two new add-on bits?
I did on Twitch. Yeah, I did on Twitch, but not on YouTube.
Okay, can you perhaps... Obviously, no smoking is self-evident, works beautifully. What do they mean by ILS, GLS enunciates?
It's this.
Yeah, I know, but what's it actually
I don't know. I have absolutely no idea, and I didn't think of asking Sasso. But literally, if you say yes, you get these little displays. Those.
Ah, that's what it is. Yes, it's the extra ones on
at the top. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So if you switch it off,
yeah,
and you go back now,
it shows you whether you've got the. If you do your test switch, your lights test switch, Nico, they'll light up.
Yeah, they will. But now you see there's two missing. See?
Yeah, yeah.
And the other thing, I don't know if you picked up on that, but Zibo actually has now included the code. No, it's not going to be here. It's under realism. In the past, there was a sort of a code, but now it's also been made more real. So if you move your yoke and you have it on that setting, off is for flight simmers, okay? That's just the flight simmer thing. In the real aircraft, it will either disconnect the autopilot or it will automatically go to CWS. So I said to him, okay, I'm going to use the disconnect because I don't want it CWS. So, I mean, that's just...
Oh, I must admit, I always keep mine CWS.
Yeah, well, for me, it's going to be confusing. Personal preference, not the right and the wrong. But that code has also now been fixed, so... Cool. I suppose I better start prepping, see what's potting in this thing. It's going to be an Ian approach, VOR approach. Let's have a look, see here. Logo man, hello Bill. Yeah, you see, Zibo fiddled with that code, obviously, you know. So we'll get the answer soon enough. But you know how it works. It takes a version or 2 or 3 to perfect the code. The way I fly, I've always flown. That's how the real world guys taught me many years ago already. So we'll see what happens with the new models. Where Zibo goes to now, because for me, arming LNAV and VNAV has always been the test to verify that my MCP and FMC is set up correctly, so they always get armed. Auto throttle always get armed. What I did notice from what the guy showed me is if you forget to arm auto throttle, that actually, the moment you press VNAV, it will automatically engage TOGA. And I recall, I mean, I can go find it in Zibo's notes. It was like a week or so ago. He actually worked on that code. I know he mentioned that. So I'm not sure if he finished the code or what the story is there. But if auto throttle is not on currently, it's going to engage TOGA when you press VNAV. So you've got to have auto throttle on before you press the VNAV, according to what I saw this morning. Right, so we are going to do the VOR runway 28 VDME. Right. Then is there a transition? Good question. Yes, NA. We're going to use the VOR for the transition. There's no set star. Execute. 5. It will. Keep your ears on the channel or on Discord or somewhere. We are bound to discuss it somewhere. Yeah.
I think we ought to make certain Paul just comments, because he's been very quiet for a long time. I'd hate to him to fall asleep.
I think he's gone to the shop again. No, there he is. Okay.
I'm considering sticking with my plan of going into runway 10. Because I'm feeling a bit strange that way. As long as I don't shortcut John who's in front of me.
Oh, wow, look at this. There's a mess here.
That did cross my mind, Paul, if you did.
Yeah, crossed mine a while ago.
Goodness.
Oh my heavens, look at that.
That's the flower approach, Nico.
Yeah, pink heart. Now we just need the unicorn.
I think you've got some sorting out to do there somehow.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's have a look. See.
You're 7 minutes behind me, Paul.
So, how many minutes do you have before you arrive from now, John?
Ha, that looks like I did it. I did it. Yes.
Arrival 11:28.
So in 25 minutes time then.
I sorted it. I hope. I can virtually guarantee you I did not. No, that is a mess. That's a mess.
You didn't choose one of the transits, that's why, Nico.
No. When you choose NA, it gives you 3 times what needs to happen. So I've deselected it. You see there.
No,
now it's going to be better.
You got.
It literally created 3 teardrops. Now it's right. So I don't know why it created the 3 teardrops. It's probably because of the import. No, I did. I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did choose it. Yeah. No, you can roll back the video. You can see. And it created, I think it's because of the import. It created the teardrop 3 times in 3 different positions. So it's like it, instead of just using the 1 transition point, it's like it used all 3 transition points.
That's what I was on about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had to undo it and redo it after I noticed it literally put it in 3 times.
Well, go back and do it without choosing a transition.
I'm too lazy. No, I'm too lazy. You want me to do it all again? No, man. There you go. I've taken the transition out. Then you basically have a 180-degree turn at the final approach fix. That's not going to work. You need to turn around, but you need to turn around in the correct direction, because what happened was, as I manually deleted the doubles, it actually did this. Let me zoom out there a bit. What it did was, it actually flew out on the track, then turned around and came in at an angle. So I had to delete everything to get it to go out on the angle and come in on the track. So nice fun and games. This has been a very interesting freaking day and flight. Weird. Oh well,
Well, it's what changes a boring flight into an interesting one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right, well, let me start prepping here. See what's potting. Erwin, if that is what makes you happy, you can use that. But I don't do it that way. I switch on auto throttle, my 2 fly directors, and my auto brake in one sequence during the prepping. Okay. Then the next step is to arm LNAV and VNAV to make sure that the MCP and the FMC are all set up correctly. If you cannot get them to light up, it means that you made a mistake. So it's easier to fix on the ground instead of after takeoff. Okay. So unless of course you've got a heading select vector departure, then obviously you can't engage LNAV, then you engage heading select. But what I saw this morning is auto throttle was not armed, and when Mac pressed VNAV, it immediately went into toga mode immediately. And that to me is the difference between what he did and I did, is his auto throttle was off, and that's when I remembered, it was like a week ago. Zibo actually put it here in the development room. He's working on that specific code. So I've sent him a message, I've asked him if he knows of any issue there. Because the issue could be that that is how it is supposed to be if auto throttle is not armed. So that might be the whole key of the whole thing. I don't know. We'll find out. We need to ask.
So in fact, I should have that problem at the gate then.
Yes.
Because I press VNAV, LNAV at the gate to check my MCP, to check my flight plan.
Yeah,
and the
but
auto throttle is off.
Yeah, but now Mac went, he deleted the Zibo, he twice reinstalled it from scratch, and he used the development menu to reload the Zibo, and now he says it's gone, it doesn't do it anymore.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what I always do. I always reload.
Yeah.
Never had to in the past. I'm not saying that my computer is the fastest on the planet. It's just that I don't have a particularly bloated installation with lots of airports and add-ons and so forth. So I was surprised.
After Nico said that you need to reload with that developer out of the development menu. I always do that. So.
Yeah. Another thought, which I'm just going to throw in for, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but as a thought, I never put auto throttle on at the gate. I always put it on at runway holding point.
Well, this is what Owen also said he does, yes.
Runway holding point,
my reasoning for it is that when you're on the ground and taxiing, especially in some airports, you might want to use differential power to aid your turning circle, so you don't put the pressure on the front tyres in tight turns. And if you're using differential throttle, then I wouldn't have thought it was an ideal situation to have auto throttle on.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Whatever makes you guys happy, as long as it works.
Yeah,
I've seen Sasso do that, so yeah.
This is it. It needs real world pilots. Unfortunately, Carl's not here. Sasso's gone. But it would be interesting to hear what the real life SOPs actually say.
He puts it on at the holding point or just before it.
Yeah, and you see now that is probably, I almost said the airline name, that's obviously their SOP, while someone else can do it somewhere else. The issue is very simple. it doesn't matter if I've been doing it for 20 years. If that's not the correct way of doing it, then my training checklist needs to change. And obviously, if it's not compatible with the new Zibo code anymore, it's irrelevant to have it. You have to change it. So I'll speak to Zibo and then we'll fix it up the way it should be. If it means you only switch the auto throttle on at the threshold, so be it. But then the change needs to happen through the bank.
Yep.
And do you want me to make another comment, Nico, that will probably cause you to sigh?
Yeah, how can I stop you, Mac? There's nothing I can do to stop you. Tell me.
Have you thought about updating the installation guide for the VA yet?
No, haven't had time, Mac. And I'm not going to spend time on it today either. I am rather going to actually sleep a bit.
It was just a gentle reminder. Perhaps I shouldn't have done it on stream.
No, it doesn't matter. I'll get to it. One of my biggest concerns is if I had finished it already, like let's say the day or two after, like I promised, we've already had 2 big changes and I would have had to go and edit it again. So let Mako finish the thing and say to me, okay, Nico, now you can make your manual. Because
Yeah.
I mean, we only got the QR code yesterday. We only got the map last Saturday. You understand what I'm saying? There's a few things that have changed.
I was just thinking, make certain you hadn't forgotten it off your list of things to do. That was all.
No, I need to do it.
And I thought you'd just go, oh, I've given you another reason to throttle me. Or are you just going to send John round to do it for you?
That's maybe a plan. I think he's closer to you. Uncle John.
You can forget that idea, Nico. He's bigger than me.
Well, Uncle John, I've got a tip for somebody in your position then. A couple of 1,000 years ago, a young chappie had a slingshot and 3 stones. You might want to keep it in mind.
Yeah, but I work on Queensbury rules.
Yeah. Oh, shame.
No eating below the belt.
You guys. Ooh, Blogger Man. Bill, what happened there? I just noticed your message got deleted. Why? Doesn't make sense. Oh, Cole pressed the wrong button. Oopsie.
Oh, okay.
I can't fix it. Sorry, Bill. No, Cole clicked on the wrong button or something there. Because it says that Cole put him on timeout.
Oh, so Carl's still hovering, is he?
Yeah. Looks like it. Same. Right, meter for the arrival says 1009. Right. Weird call, weird. Thank you, Cole. Yeah. Right. Okay. Welcome, Cole. Welcome. Don't worry, Cole.
Takeoff was okay
Mistake's a
today.
mistake, and if it's the system, so be it. You know, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Bill will not be offended, I'm pretty sure. ZD1. 22. Right, there we go. There we go. So that's where the airport is. Over there where the mouse is moving. Ha ha! There is a descent happening. Still can't see a thing. Okay, this runway is only 1,868 meters. Wow.
Yeah, so you can use your max brake now.
Oh yes. And there's Craig, thank you for the follow. Actually think that's not on YouTube, I think that is from Twitch. But anyway, welcome, welcome.
I could murder a cup of coffee.
What did she say? She can
Would you
murder a
care
cup
for
of
one?
coffee. Uncle John, what did you type into her to say here? Is it murder a cup of coffee?
Can't remember, Nico.
It sounded like that.
I'm going to offer you one.
Do you see how to park on the parking spots?
Well, I'm looking at the chart. It's not a very big airport this. We'll probably park one on the runway and one each on the taxiway or something. I don't know.
You can park with 5 lanes
Okay.
there.
Alright, okay. We're not scared, Owen. When we get there, we'll make a plan, eh?
Yeah, I mean, there's a nice drawing on the 10.9A.
I've got... Oh, my son's upset. Now, I've got the 10.9 in front of me. I didn't pull the other chart. Let's see if I can grab that one. Ha ha. Okay, got it.
Nice way to taxi, huh?
Yeah.
Keep your wheels on the lines then, huh?
I will try.
So figure out which line you need to follow and then follow it exactly.
The one thing that I still miss in the Zibo is to open the window. You know, imagine one of you guys can stand outside and just shout left, right, come on, closer.
Yeah.
Not so fast. Stop, stop, stop.
Yeah, you can ask Zibo, he'll make it.
Yeah, he's got other priorities right now, but
Yeah.
maybe one day.
Miles to top of descent, she said.
Getting closer and closer.
Approaching transition. Transition level.
Yeah, man. Ah. Why can I not get that thing to 0 at the end?
Uncle John went gently down. He's on the runway already.
Okay. Ugh, I know why. I'm an
Nice
idiot.
landing, John.
There you go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah, Uncle John had a good teacher, Owen.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that?
How far out are you, Paul?
10 miles.
Thank you, sir. I'm having to backtrack.
I'm 25, so I'll call out when I'm over the airport, and then you can tell me if I need to extend my downwind a bit.
Will do.
Bear in mind it's a bit crosswindy.
Thanks, John.
I can't see a chart coming, John.
Can't see what?
I can't see a chart coming on your screen.
A chart? What do you mean a chart?
Yeah, he has that program. What's it called?
Oh,
Taxiways.
Okay.
I'm overcoded, Paul.
Thanks, John.
Much obliged, Uncle John. Those little circles, those are the guys. Are you going straight in, Paul?
I am, yes.
Okay, that'll be cool.
You should have plenty of time.
Yeah, I think so too. What? Where's the airport? There's no airport. My hat.
Parking's a bit of a mess.
You can look.
Well, I'll get out of the way as best as possible for everybody else.
Chart 9A is the right chart. 10-9A, 10-9A, 10-9 alpha.
Paul's just landed.
Well, I'm in the clouds.
Flaps 5 set. $1,000 to level off.
Landing rate -247.
1,000 to go.
Excellent.
Two 4 stars.
Alright, let's wake these people with some noise with this reverse thruster.
Your crew, they're all in bed asleep.
Uncle John, I'm gonna put the fear of God in them. They're gonna hear me roar, I'm telling you. You're gonna hear a nice scream there from the bottom. Maak sachter! She doesn't like it when I use the reverses too much as well, either.
Flaps 15 set.
I don't want to be funny, but this is not working for me, so let's fly this thing by hand.
Taxi lights on. Flaps 30 set. 1,000 to
Did you
level
get
off.
any crosswind, Paul?
A little bit, yes. Nothing too outrageous.
Hi, John.
Yes, sir.
If you want to see yourself on the run on the
Approaching
taxi spot,
28.
look at my stream.
Give me a sec.
Can you believe I killed my cat today?
Minimums
Minimum.
400.
Okay, I'm watching.
Yeah, that's you and Paul there.
Oh, that's nice.
300.
Yeah, I downloaded orthos there, so. And there comes Nico, you see?
200.
That's nice.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Thank you for that.
Oh, that was hard.
4,000 feet remaining.
That was really hard. I haven't had such a bad landing in forever.
Any crosswinds?
No, sir, nothing.
60 knots. Yes. Brilliant landing.
Oh, thank you.
Nice
At
one,
least you
sir.
think so, Linda. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. You can send the bill for the chiropractor later. That was hard. Sorry. Apologies.
100 remaining.
I've got the autos, forgot to download the scenery, I think. It's a pity.
On runway 10.
Mm, 363.55 foot per minute. Not the end of the world, but it was a bit odd, eh?
Back to training for you, sir.
I think so, Uncle John. I'm gonna need you in the right-hand seat to make sure I do it better next time.
Well, I'll certainly bring my board and pen.
Okay, thank you, sir. Much appreciated. What would I do without you? That was a really crappy landing. Anyway, by my standards, I suppose. Thanks, Papino. Thank you. Bye bye and enjoy, Papino. Talk later. You must come to Discord sometime again, huh? We miss you. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
You're still on 6 minutes, Paul.
4.5.
After landing procedure completed.
Thank you.
Flaps up. And set.
I reckon this is where the road ends. We'll just park right here. Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
6 minutes starting now.
Shutdown procedure completed.
Yes, Christer. Yeah, all good. Hope you're well as well. No, Krister. You're welcome to watch the replay. It will be live in a few hours properly on YouTube once it's rendered all. Not doing this one again. The replay. No, I'm kind of allergic to it. Once I'm done, I'm done. I can't wait to be done with this tour, man. Wow. Ooh, there he is. There he is. I was looking in the wrong direction. He's obviously got the default airport, so he's there. Hello, Mako. I was looking the wrong way.
Who was that that's so special?
Mako.
Me.
Mako, was it?
Oh no, it's Owen. It's Owen. Where's Mako then? No, Mako's still over the sea. He's still coming. Sorry.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a turn to line up, but he is coming back.
I see.
So you're special, are you, Owen?
Yeah, that's what you said.
There's Mako. There's the light. I can see the light. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train, I assure you. Well, I'm freaking glad that we actually have lights on this runway. Yesterday was the first time I thought about it. What if we get to a runway and there's no lights? You can't see it.
Quickly reach for the X-blade
Yeah,
slider.
I've got the default scenery.
You
So
just
I download all the orthos except for the scenery.
you just drop your HUD and fly in on the HUD.
Well, or your night vision, but the night vision, look how yucky it looks. Ach, no, yuck. No, that doesn't help at all. That night vision is not cool. And the aviation flashlight isn't good enough for this runway.
He's on approach.
Yeah, I've got him, Uncle John. Got him visual. Go, Mako, go, Mako. If you can't do it, no one can.
And now we'll see whether he's got the same scenery as you.
And he kind of looks like he's on the center line.
So this is strange, to park in the grass. You're all in the grass for me.
We're special.
Yeah.
Looks like he's veering off to the left. He's right, my left. He's probably not got the same scenery. Nope.
Oh, they've got the flags out because our VA is coming to here today.
Oh, that's special. Very nice, Mako. Welcome, welcome.
I didn't know Maximiliano was Mako.
Yeah. There you go. That's my time. Let me disconnect. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the little bit that you did. And if you stayed here the whole time, I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. You're awesome. We'll see you guys later. The next flight's going to be slightly shorter. But brace yourselves for next week. Next week is going to be hell because that's over 2,000 nautical miles on at least one of those flights. It's going to be the last 3 flights to get this world tour done. So get your biltong and your snacks and your jerky and whatever else that you feel like gnawing on, and all the drinks that you can handle. And then, we'll finish it off. But we'll see you tonight at least again. One more flight this weekend. At least one more, maybe more. Don't know what's going to happen. But thank you for watching.
Thanks, Nico.
Yeah, thank you guys for flying with. I
Cheers,
really appreciate
Nico.
it. Thanks, Mark, and
Yeah,
all the guys.
been a good show.